Okay, welcome back, YouTube. So this, I believe, is the beginning of part 5 in our Shadow Empire run on this ice ball of a planet. Apparently as Phoenix Land. I forgot what our name was, because I didn't really care. At the beginning of round 32, we have 7 decisions and 90 reports that I will probably not read. Rare materials, okay. I think the machinery out of all those was the thing I was the most interested in from what we just found. Okay, so our reconnaissance say that this is their territory. Do they even have a city left? I thought they would normally surrender after losing their city. Would imply they still have it, but maybe they just lost it? That's plausible. Bounced back, took it, and then lost it again? Because I'm expecting it to be on the road, so it's plausibly like here. That could be it, but I thought we would have seen it with that level of espionage. Send another spy in. We're not in a position to go running off to embed ourselves in that opportunity right away anyway. Memory serves, territories like this will be centered around one hex perk somewhere in their rear. We had enough spies on these guys earlier that we saw the hex perk somewhere over here. It's not super interesting, but I think they auto-surrender and they go away and turn into normal non-line forces if you take their hex perk from them. So that would be an argument to go running off in that general direction. Though apparently trying to advance rapidly through the mountains is a bad idea. Who'd have thought? I did not want to do a group move. That was not what I wanted. Whoops. Question, do I want... what I misclicked to do, apparently. So the question is, do I want to reload the turn to not have that be a problem? No, because the autosave is the end of the turn, not the beginning of the turn. At least I think it is. So what, we're on... round 32. Let me see if I bring up the... Where's the button for that? Yeah, so the last one is 32, so it's the end of the turn, not the beginning of the turn. I prefer not to cycle the end of the turn again. So I'll just have to live with it. Goal is to be at war. Goal of the soldiers of our subjects to reach a certain amount. Goal of our average soldier morale. You know, I'd hope that the morale of our soldiers is upward bound right now. So I'll go with that one, maybe being a bit too hopeful.
Received.
Roger that.
It's time to build upon the foot. So they were running with the slug throwers. I can either go to gas-powered, which would be a firepower increase and an ammo usage decrease, or I can go to automatic rifle, which would be a bigger increase in firepower, but would increase ammo as well. I'm going to go ammo conservative with the gas-powered carbine. I'm going to swap with the pattern fire suit. Make him a
Copy
mascot.
that.
Yeah, so on the bulk move that I didn't intend to do, I intended to move this guy down here and not all the infantry out of the city, because I need the infantry in the city to do unrest suppression. We need to send any more troops out. Apparently we need another 500 troops from getting ambushed in the mountains.
Acknowledged. Confirming orders.
We have enough trade with them. We're probably going to piss them off by trying to send them money, so we're not going to do that. I suppose it might be a good time to actually check to see what our victory state is. Victory overview. We are Phoenix Land. We are in the lead out of the 3 major factions. We've actually met all the factions. We have, out of all the factions, we have the most population, with the same amount as the other 2 combined, plus another 8%. We don't have the largest amount of the portion of the population, or not population, planet itself. Only 8.8% of the planet covered. So you win the game by default when you have more than 50% of the victory score, which is basically 50 points are awarded for having all the population, 50 points are awarded for having all the planet, with it sort of being linear between those, right? So we've got 22.4 from having 36, so about 18 a bit points from population. And we're getting about 4.4 additional from having the planet. So it's basically half of these 2 numbers put together equals the victory score. So if we have 50, while our closest competitor has 50, or has 25 less than we could do at that time. Right, so if you end up in a scenario where, like, oh, you have 51, but the other guy's got 27, you don't win. But we're off to a good race, a good start. A decent possibility that once we finish with getting all the neutral territories, then we might be far enough ahead that we might win. The reason I wanted to take a look at that was based on the map here. It looked a lot like Mandala Pax here had a lot of territory. And they do have a lot of territory. I think they're the biggest out of the 3 of us. Mandala Pax, yeah, they have 11% of the map. But they don't have as many people. They only have 2 cities. Though they do have more cities than the guy in third. The guy trying to blackmail us is actually arguably the weakest of the 3 of us. Yeah, he's arguably the weakest of the 3 of us. They have 1 city. These guys have 2. I have 3. So we got a big hunk of the planet over here. We don't know what's in it. So maybe there's more cities in there. In fact, there probably is more cities in there. There's probably like 1 more city on the planet or something. At least. Lost my train of thought. I was going through probably checking to make sure there wasn't anything else we wanted to deploy. Let's do our prospecting push.
Order received.
Okay, Zone 1 and Zone 2 have no additional mineral resources to discover. It's a bit of a shame because we haven't found any petrol. We haven't found any rare metals. One thing I am going to do, now that I'm thinking about it, we've got a glut of industrial capacity, so I'm going to go ahead and spend it improving our roads. between our major cities. And then probably also upgrading... Yeah, I got enough to do that. We'll upgrade the truck station again. How much food do we have? 100 surplus. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and build a biorefinery to get us some petrol. When it's built, I'll probably lower its production rate from 100% down to 25%, so that we don't go through our food supply. That way we have the petrol to run the truck station. And then I think that's the turn, so we're going to cycle the turn over. So there's our new and improved Foot 2 coming onto the scene. I'm going to borrow these militia units instead of using them to suppress the city. Suppress the unrest. I'm going to go deploy them out here to help suppress and take over the rest of the Afari's territory before it ends up falling into Mandalan Pax's hands. Having a few more infantry units to do that would be useful. And then another thing we might want to try doing, let's go into unit admin. No, that's the wrong type of upgrade. Don't want to change the HQ, I want to... That's how I get to it. I want to do a mass upgrade to Foot 2 in all units belonging to the same operational HQ. And it does imply that right now it would let us do that. So I'll do that. Okay, so these guys are now our new improved Foot 2 units with 36 soft attack, 35 hard attack, versus the old ones running around with 33 soft attack, 16 hard attack. So yeah, they're more than twice as good. Yeah, more than twice as good. And they don't cost twice as much. They're only like 33% more expensive. The power of technology. How is our ecotech looking? After university's done, I have everything researched that I would want. So, okay, so we probably want to swap back a bit towards favoring discovery. Let's develop that anti-tank, even though we're not going to use it right away.
Roger that.
Waste disposal accident in Bastia. Bad event or bad event? So it's, do I pay 3 extra political power to try to make it less bad? And the answer is yes. Still wasn't enough to make it not bad, but, you know, we tried. And it pays the danger in the city, of course. we'll cycle the turn. Gonna have to be very careful of that unit. That's a Galactic Republic Hellraiser. Also known as someone gave someone a nuke. Truck supported nuke. Umbrella sensor, so I think they surrender if we take that off of them.
Yes, sir. We're definitely taking gunfire. Run! Run! Run!
If we can get that far. So needless to say, we will need to expand the road to get closer to where we're going, so we've got the logistics support. Unrest is still falling due to the presence of troops. Not completely gone yet. We already did that front. Economic Council, heavy industry or physical storage? I would like heavy industry. Model Design Council overview. Probably will want to do APC at some point, so we'll build upon... Oh no, we already have the Boulder Roast. Never mind. We will want to do things like bazookas. We will get better bazookas, so I'll hold off on that. We don't need them yet, and we'll get better ones later on. And we haven't actually had our machine gun see any combat, so... I might still build upon it. We can swap it to gas powered, which is more than a doubling, and it saves ammunition.
Roger that.
Upgrade the armor on it.
Yes, sir.
Guess I'll give you the extra political power and the attempts to control it. In this case, it was actually successful. We managed to avoid another waste disposal accident. Oop. Kick the headset with my thumb. One more turn before those are finished. Okay, so we're going to cycle the turn. Mercanteers attempted to escape and failed. That is the Mercanteers actually officially declaring on us. Okay.
Engaging enemy. Mission successful.
As I accidentally shove a brigade command into an enemy unit. Yeah, that wasn't a great idea. How's the unrest in Bastia looking? Still going down. At this rate, it will be completely gone in 4 turns. And at the moment, I think it's no new orders here. Right, it's in Bastia. Give them credits to appease them. We are rich enough that that's no scratch off our back. Give it to some of their demands.
Roger that.
Money, easy to do. Slave trader. Oh dear. Well, we'll free 200 people from 2,000 people from slavery
Roger that.
using the power of money. Senator extradition to Mandolin Pax. Yep, no, we're sending your senator back. We're not the good guys here, we're just the other bad guys.
Yes, sir.
Upgrade the capital garrison to the new machine guns. Which I assume are an improvement over the old machine guns. Yeah, they're more than 20%, or more than 100% better. So the old ones are obsolete. And we cycle the turn. So we slowly push in on the Mercanteers. Soldier morale is equal to or higher than what we promised earlier, which, as I had hoped, hopefully our soldiers' morale was on the up and up. And it was. Going for a little bit of off-roading there. As we continue our advance on the Mercanteers' asset perk. So I think they will surrender if I take that node off of them. I'm not 100% sure. They might keep fighting afterwards. Been a while since I have bought the territories in a way where that would make a significant difference. Demand that commerce profile reach at least 80. That might be hard to do. It's only +3.
Roger that.
New organization. So we're in open contact with the majors. So I think it is time
Yes, sir.
to develop a foreign affairs committee. So we have someone with some real skills to go say hi to the neighbors.
Yes, sir.
Apparently, we had the commander of 3rd Company, or 3rd Brigade, die in combat. I wonder how that happened. I'm not wondering how that happened. I know that happened. That I got ambushed in the mountains. That's not good for people. And apparently the commander was one of the guys who took the bullet that day.
Acknowledged. Confirming orders.
And gonna roll the turn. How is that construction going on in the capital? Is it done? It is done. Okay, so next turn we'll see how bad the food situation is and whether or not I need to expand the biofuel source. Or I suppose the alternative is I could build farms. Yeah, let's build a farm.
Roger that.
It'll take us 2 turns, so we'll run the food supply down a little bit in the meantime, but I think that will be fine. Eight new decisions. It is a time of learning. Okay, if my reconnaissance is correct, and it probably isn't, seeing as it's telling me I got 4 units there and there's obviously 5. It was telling me that one's 11 when it's saying 6, but yeah, it obviously isn't right. We could hypothetically try to storm the plains there on the next turn, I think. Okay, rest will be gone in... It's slowed down, probably 3 turns now. Our farm coming in, we should be able to, it should supply enough food once it's in. New Director of Foreign Affairs. We'll assign the best guy to the job. That's fine. We'll do mostly favoring Major, because we only know Majors at the moment. Obviously military do rocketry, because that's all you know about. Go develop the flak gun. Give me the biggest flak gun you can.
Roger that.
You want a donation. We have the money for donations, so have a donation. Someone wants to open embassies. I will accept those embassies. Request in helping fight Syndic cells. There's Syndic's terrorist organization from the land active in our cities. Well, I would like our relations increase with them, so I will temporarily allow you to come in and do anti-terrorist operations. So we got some nice, happy neighbors. And we have more grumpy neighbors, but they've got a nice chill look on them for blackmailers. Okay, well they are officially fully encircled at this point on that node.
Mission accomplished.
One thing I tend to find is it's easier to chase enemies out of nodes than it is to kill them to the last in a node. Because getting enemies to surrender tends to be harder than getting enemies to... They want to organize a party? Oh, no, you've got similar glasses. I thought that was the foreign nations. Like, no, like, why does the guy blackmailing us want us to organize a party? No, it's... Well, hopefully he isn't the guy trying to blackmail us, because he's also in charge of the light infantry brigade. But no, we'll redirect this to the appropriate bureaucrats. So now, all our councils run at roughly the same power right now. Favoring design, because when you're not designing, it gets redirected to food theft. Send in the troops. Let's try to squish the pocket a little bit more now that I'm looking at the state of our troops.
Mission accomplished.
Knock them into the next square, so if they do not surrender when I take their main hex, then I've made it easy enough that I should be able to crush that big collection of troops on the next turn. And we can move on to finishing the rest of the territory following up after that. We are going to need to do some replacements, because we just had troops die in the food fight. Hopefully no one will pick a fight with our capital, because we have a nuclear weapon in it. Just adjusting the zone borders a bit. Because obviously, if you need to take the road up from High Mount to get there, it's probably a High Mount zone area and not a Minos area. Are you done? You'll be done next turn. And the turn after next, we'll see if the food is stable or if we need to upgrade you again. And I can raise another infantry unit, so I will raise another infantry unit. This will give us more troops to deal with the nomads. And I think with that, unless I've got some nice zone... I'll take a swing with the zone. I think this won't find anything. Yeah, didn't find anything. We'll do prospecting push there next. No resources to find.
Order received.
Start moving some of us are backing into the second city. Have we finished the zoo in the capital? We haven't finished the zoo in the capital. Don't need the fate points right now. And we already have all those done to the majors that will do diplomacy with us. Okay, so that's going to be the end of the turn. We'll roll the turn over. See what the other factions do. They do attempt to break out. Taking a bunch of casualties doing it. 800 casualties. And that's where we're going to end the episode. So if you've been watching on YouTube, I hope you've been enjoying it. I will try to have an episode up for tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, hang around. I'll keep recording. I think I'm going to do at least one more recording today. But I'm going to take a quick break with the mic muted to check and such. giving myself a stretch as well. I hope you're all having a good time, and until the next time, stay good.